The first movie that probably made the biggest impression on me growing up was probably Streetcar Named Desire. All I knew is that I wanted to do what that guy was doing and be that guy. I did a play my senior year of high school, and I played a 50-year-old detective. Yeah, and I was kind of doing, my version of Peter Falk, back then. I came off stage and I asked my acting teacher, who was a drama teacher at the time, so do you think I'm too old to start acting? And she grabbed me and says, no, honey, you're not too old to start acting. My senior year, I was, I was a serious wrestler. In my senior year, I dropped out because, acting class had a lot better looking wrestling partners. And you didn't have to sweat so much. Well, yeah, and I was probably the only straight guy in my whole drama class, so that didn't hurt either. I was invited to direct a one-act by Kenneth Lonergan. While I was directing it, I was listening to some young actors talking at a bar one night, and they're like, "Hey man, did you audition for Kenny's new play?" And I was like, "Kenny? What new play?" I didn't tell you about that." "Oh yeah, yeah, that play that you did in L.A.? Well, we're doing a full-length version of it, but you're too old." And I was like, "Come on, you gotta let me come in and audition for it, buddy. Please. I directed your play." We decided that the young actors really didn't understand the humor. You really understood the humor. It was a really good audition. So we decided to go older. I'm glad we did, buddy. And then the same thing happened with You Can Count on Me. And then I came back to LA, and all the casting directors were like, "Where did you come from? It's an amazing, you're a phenomenon. You just showed up out of the blue." And I was like, I've been doing theater here for the last 7 years. I've been right under your noses. Too bad you didn't have the guts to see it. And then I had a bunch of young filmmakers. I got this part, and it's this guy. He's kind of a young fuck up, and he has a little brother, and he's a lumberjack. So I got every time that a character like that came, I was asked to play it. I have died on camera. I'd much rather die on camera than do a sex scene. It's a room full of 20 of your closest stranger friends. And another basic stranger, and you take your clothes off and, "Hi, how are you? Hi, how are you? Where are you from?" "Oh, I'm from Wisconsin." "Oh, nice to meet you." And whoop! It's very unnerving. Then you have someone telling you how you should be doing it better, which is horrible even when you're in a room by yourself with somebody. But when you're in a room with other people and someone's giving you direction on how to do a sex, then that also is very unnerving. And it's never really satisfying in the end. What can I say? I had this crazy dream that I had a brain tumor. I just woke up and I just knew that I had a brain tumor. There was no way that I didn't. And it was pretty crazy. And so I went to the doctor, and they did the CAT scan. They're like, you have a mass behind your left ear, and you will need to get it removed. We don't know what it is exactly, but we think it's operable, and you just deal with it. You go on. I'm fine now. I only lost my hearing, so in one ear. I see it as kind of a gift in a weird way. Your priorities become very clear. My relationship to acting became very clear. At that point, I thought maybe I wasn't enjoying it the way I had thought I would, and so that having that kind of taken away from me for a little while made me understand how much I actually loved it and cared about it.